Hi, Cole Nunley here, and this is another episode of Medium Talk where I sit down and ramble about whatever the heck as I show a time lapse of one of my designs. Today I want to talk about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, we hear about it all the damn time, but who actually gives a shit? Well, we all should, right? But, I'm guilty of it too. I think I'm invincible. I don't think anybody's ever going to hack me. I've been hacked before, but it was insignificant. I use the same password for everything. Yeah, I have a little bit different one for my bank accounts and things, but if someone gets into my Pornhub account, they're gonna get into my Facebook, and then they'll get into my PayPal and my YouTube channel and all that crap. You know, Companies are spending billions of dollars into preventing cyber attacks. Billions of dollars. The U.S. has calculated that the global markets have lost $3 trillion due to cyber attacks. I hate when the Facebook Messenger thing beeps me while I'm doing the voiceover. Anyway, but, big companies, who cares? They're making loads of money. Well, here's the deal. Because we trust these companies with our information. Google, Facebook, Target, Walmart, JC Morgan, what are they called? JP Morgan Bank or something. Goldman Sachs. All these companies have gotten hacked before. Every single one. Right? And we use all those things. We trust those companies with our information. Right? So lately, we've seen a lot of malware attacking companies, or a lot of hackers attacking companies in two forms. With ransomware has become a little bit more popular this year, where they encrypt a company's information or a person's information so they can't access it. They can't even use their computer, and then you have to pay the attacker like $500, or if it's a big company, you have to pay them millions of dollars to unencrypt their information. That's getting popular, and also not rogues, but that's not the technical term, but malware that sits on a network and is undetected. That's kind of the goal of attackers now, because they're trying to steal information, they're trying to get money, and so they want to go undetected, because these companies are spending tons of money, and they're getting better. So the objective is to build something that is undetectable, and so they can sit there and slowly get information. Because if the attacker isn't causing a lot of trouble, just taking little bits of information here and there, then there's not so much suspicion, and they're harder to detect because there's no anomalies in all this data that these cybersecurity technicians or engineers that are looking at. So they can't detect them because they're slowly taking the information. Also, a big threat that companies are starting to look at, and that IBM's developing software for, analytical software, is insider attacks. So as security gets better to protect against outside attacks, companies are not really looking at if their employees are dangerous, because employees have a lot more power. They have access to things, they have passwords, and so employees can be dangerous. And we've seen several very bad and damaging insider attacks where an employee gets pissed off or paid off to go in and delete some information or send some information to the outside. And so that's also getting to be huge. But I want to go back and talk about the personal level. Oh, there's Facebook again, beat me. I want to talk about the personal level. So, how many of you actually use long passwords? I think the best way to do it is make sure you have a password, a very good password that you memorize, and use that to unlock a password vault, and then all your other passwords in that vault. I think that's the best way to do it. I really need to do that. And also, you need to make sure you have good malware, not only on your desktop, but malware on your phone as well, because phones are not immune to malware, especially Android. So, we just saw the other day that there's a Linux vulnerability that has gone unnoticed for a couple years now, I think, that basically makes all Android devices that are, I believe, in OS KitKat and above, completely vulnerable because of this Linux-based vulnerability, and Android OS is based on Linux. So stay safe, folks. This has been another episode of Medium Talk. I hope to see more of you next time. I think I got 3 subs, Hoping to get a fourth sub soon. That'd be totally awesome. So if anybody's watching this and you're not subbed, click that sub button. I know subscription, a lot of people don't even use the subscription system anymore, but please sub because it helps my EPing. But most of all, views count a lot more. So thank you and peace.